Hello and welcome to the Round Table for Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross.
I'm Connor Shenold.
Johnny Payne.
Kira Hester.
Brooke Bullock.
Ash King, contemplating how the world ends.
No.
Which world?
Wait, which one? Yes, good question.
Not this one.
Well, this one's fine. Keep yours going.
Not with a whimper, but not with a bang, but with a whimper. Yes. So we have just completed episodes 55 through 58. We're about to do 59
There
to
you
60.
go.
We're gonna have to do another 2-episode special just so that
Get
we
us
can
back on
back on
multiples of
track.
4.
get back on the multiples
Yeah,
of
we
4.
do. Yeah, it's very confusing. Yeah, Zonimus messed us all up.
Oh, well,
Had to go on his side
the
quest.
world was ending, and
Dadgum, Rona.
And first off, I guess, just what did you guys think of the last 4 episodes? It was somewhat calmer.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
calmer and deeper.
Calm until you hit the river.
Yes.
I absolutely loved 55, which was, I think partially it was because it seemed like it'd been a while since we'd been in the studio together. And so just being able to see each other and play again, and we had just such a fantastic time with that one. And then it was happy. Like, we were making plans, and I really, really enjoyed that episode.
And I learned how to fly.
It was so much fun.
And
I got to fly.
Did Poppy learn how to fly?
Oh, boy.
Patreon moment. They come every now and then. That just enters my brain. I just laugh.
I was so glad that Iopics and Whirlwind came with us because it gave me a narrative way for Poppy to learn how to fly. Because I've been pretty liberal with Poppy's spells because she picks every day. It's a little bit easier if you just pick at the level like I picked, and so then I spend time learning this spell. But I literally pick every day. So if I did that all the time, it would be narratively boring. It would be so boring. So every once in a while I'll come up with like a cool mechanic for how I figured out how to do something or something like that, especially like with cantrips because I can't change those every day. But learning how to fly we had a nice narrative way for me to figure out how to do that because, watching a bird fly is different than flying as a bird.
Right.
I would imagine. I don't know personally.
Well, there was such free DM classes because it was such a fantastic way that Ash just let you run with that, and then they took what you were doing and just wrapped it right in and went with it, and it became most of the episode. It was brilliant. Like, I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I thought the idea that we are advancing our, and you're right, it's DM classes. This is how you
let your PCs do stuff.
Learn how to do things rather than your characters just automatically doing them, because it's fun and you can add so much. And that episode was. We've talked about it so many times, how rarely I actually get to put in music that is happy and fun.
The happy, peppy, upbeat scores
Yeah.
that Jeffrey McBride has been working so hard.
Oh,
Yay,
and
Jeffrey!
Jeffrey's got so much stuff. We use a lot of his stuff, especially in episode 58, when we really dig into what's going on with the elves, the wild elves. We get to use some of his more tribal music, which I love. And just having a lot more fun with it. The last one we were having the sleepover. The last moment is actually a track of his called "Poor Old Bill." And
Really? Oh, it's so good.
It's
Poor
so
old
relaxing.
Bill.
It's so good.
But it's so much fun, and he's written so much great stuff.
Poor old Bill, Jeffrey McBride.
Yeah, and it's not just Jeffrey McBride. We also use music
Yes.
from Monument Studios that I've purchased, and I've contacted them and said, "Hey, can I use your music?" And they're thrilled with the idea of it. So it's a lot of this combination of great music that I can use that just, again, a lot of it's very heroic, a lot of very epic type stuff.
Yeah.
And it's, Because of Zonimus, we don't get to be heroes very often.
Is that because he sneak attack
Or
things
maybe,
and take them
maybe
out?
because of Zonymous, you guys get to be the greatest heroes ever.
Yeah.
The hero music, I think in 57.
Been a trick the whole time. And I put on the fake mustache. Trying to kill you all. It's been me the whole time.
Do the zipper and unfold. And
I'm just a fire genasi inside.
no,
How
don't-
did we
no,
see you and Miley
no.
at the same place
Talk
at the
later,
same
Ash.
time? I'm so concerned.
I did. I think it was
polymorph is a
the
thing.
continuation of the Hydra battle when Gideon was still out there in the middle of the river, the parted water. And the episode starts, and they did have some really great like heroic battle music. Like, That was a really great choice
Yeah,
too.
and it's because that's where we really. I was talking to Ash about this when we were doing the A&M Talk D&D, is that battle, the Hydra battle, was one of the first where we really gelled as a
cool.
team.
It was cool.
Each one of us had a thing that we were doing, and I've heard about this. I've never actually experienced it. It was the first time where you get a party that's worked so well together that eventually you get to a moment in a battle where each one just knows where each one's going and what they're doing. Yeah, Gideon had to make the last stand, but then with Macron coming in and just going, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And now we can drop the river.
I'm
You
like
mean we were able to finish each other's?
sandwiches.
Thank you.
Soliloquies?
But
Damn it, get in.
you say that, and I can't help but think like you guys are out there like saving ponies, saving puppies, hitting things with fireball, shooting with a stupid awesome bow and arrow. I'm just standing there holding concentration.
Come on,
But
guys.
I love
but that was wonderful.
We were the X-Men and
That
you were
was-
Phoenix.
Yeah, totally. And none of that's possible without. Can you imagine if we tried to cross that in the water? We all would have died.
Yeah.
To death.
One of us could have died.
It was amazing.
That's what I'm talking about, though. Even with Poppy, with Konnor, everybody had a thing they were doing
Yeah.
to make this battle it was epic. It was
Yeah.
And I
this
was just trying to make
team.
life hard.
Yeah, it made this team really gel, and each one kind of knew their spot and where they were going and how they were doing it. And not only that, it's one of the best things about that battle was trusting the other to do the thing that they needed to do. At no point did I think, okay, is Poppy going to be able to do this? It's Poppy's going to be able to do this. Macron's going to be able to get the stuff across. Zonimus is going to make sure into just massive battle with that
Well, yeah,
stupid
never
bow.
once did I think, I'm going to shoot his head off. I really hope Konnor remembers to use fire. It was just, my job is this, so that the follow-up can be that.
And the
then this-
storm
yeah.
spear spell was fantastic.
We all knew that. We all knew someone was going to come in with fire. We knew things were going to happen. So it was that first time that we really gelled, and it really came after our last battle, where we tried, but there was
Yeah.
just
There
it
was
was so
it
much
was
chaos
Oh, yep.
that we couldn't do it.
I
And-
will say, speaking to that, like just trusting everybody to kind of do, it was hard. Like I thought about it after the fact, and Kiri wasn't scared for wildfire at all at any point in time. I was fully aware that you guys weren't going to let my wolf die.
This got really awkward.
Just because
Bluff check. Make a bluff check.
you would know that like Poppy would just be absolutely distraught and inconsolable, and Kiri would be too. So yeah, I realized like listening back to it, I didn't seem worried like at all, and I feel like Poppy, like I said, anguished scream, but like I feel like she actually probably would have felt a little bit more for that second, that one round where he was down. So she on Poppy's to-do list this session is to thank Gideon for saving her wolf.
I do think we needed these episodes after the chaos that were the previous 4 episodes.
man. Battle,
Just because like 56 is just like so lighthearted and all that, and then you get into like the Battle of the Hydra where we just gel, and then we go into like the more emotional aspect of who Gideon meets
Mm-hmm.
at. But like we all just kind of needed like that little bit of a break before we fully hit the mesa.
Yeah.
And it worked out really well.
Yeah.
We needed another McKee Ranch.
Yeah,
We did.
exactly.
We did. It had been a long time since we'd had a McKee Ranch moment where we were all, even though McKee Ranch, I love that moment of us sitting around the poker table and
Yes.
I
Pulling
would,
people in.
Poppy winning, just
Yeah.
full winning.
Yeah.
And it was a family moment. And
Yeah.
even though we didn't get to quite end like that, I loved our sleepover moment at the end. That we were all kind of in the same tent.
And we learned something about Zonimus.
No. Oh, spoilers here, just in case you.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're already in spoiler
Before we,
territory.
quick, Ash, was this in the arc? Did you kind of so they're gonna travel and they're gonna have like some quote unquote downtime traveling? One Hydra, maybe two, or was it just the way the role playing happened? Like,
It was kind of a mix of both because I hadn't even really initially planned any encounters other than like the Elven camp between here and the Mesa, but like it was kind of one of those things, and this is why it's one of the reasons I don't do random encounters, but whenever I feel like an encounter is necessary, because there was a long period of time during that filming where I was actually over here, like I was letting you guys just like role play it out at the river, and I was over here like frantically Googling,
What's in the river?
frantically on D&D Beyond, just like
water beasts.
water creatures. What do I want to throw at them? Hydra. Because I was like, well, like, and going back to like just free DM classes, it's just thinking logically about like, the river is an obstacle in and of itself. What can I do to make it worse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which at this level we should.
Yeah.
At this, we are at 8th level. We should be fighting things that there should be an issue. And one of the things that I've loved about Ash's DMing is they're always bringing in something that we maybe don't expect. When we had the dinner party, I really thought it was just going to be a dinner party.
No doubt.
Then in walks, Smokes, and also we're just crossing a river, so we need to conquer. How do we conquer the river? Great. Okay, we figured out how to conquer. We're going across, no problem. And then another issue. So there's always. I love the fact that you've always managed to bring in something for us to. There's a wall that we have to cross in some way.
And
it's
it
just
makes sense. It's
Yeah.
a huge river. Ash has talked about it being Rio Grande size, like
Yeah.
huge, big river, and
green
surrounded
belt that
by
was around it.
surrounded by desert. So things are going to live here, and what eats those things? Bigger things.
Yeah.
Always a bigger fish.
Poor,
Always a
poor
bigger fish.
Philip the
My
fish.
poor
Poor
Philip.
Philip.
So fabulous. Run away! Get help!
Crew.
Krill.
I was laughing so hard because like it was taking all of my willpower not to, and this is one for my Kingdom Hearts fans out there, get up on the Hydra's back!
Yeah.
Love Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
So we are getting close to the end of the 15 minutes already.
What?
I know.
Hey, we actually talked about the show this time.
This time. Congratulations, you actually got insight on the show this time.
I do
But
miss the Back to the Future.
What are we talking about for the next time?
we are going to talk. Well, we're also going to talk about the person that Gideon met
Yeah.
at the Wild Elves camp. We're
We're
going
going
to
to
talk
about Zonimus
Zonimus.
that we learned.
yeah, what we learned from Zonimus.
We might hear from the Kobold Legal Department about that bow that Zonimus has, an old D&D cartoon.
Right.
I hadn't even thought about that. You're absolutely right.
I will say, by the time this comes out,
I just
we
need a
should
shield
be
down.
gearing up for Uncanny Con, right?
Yes, very quickly, we do want to mention Uncanny Comic Expo, which is going to be
On Saturday, August 28th, that's at Grand Casino in Shawnee. They are having their special celebrity guest is Tusken Raider
What?
Fernandez. Yes, Mr. Fernandez.
Did he play or did he play?
No, I think he was.
Oh, is that one?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
their names. Their names are just
Yeah.
a bunch of
You're
huge
exactly
stars. Yeah.
And the super fun thing about Uncanny Con, besides the fact that A&M talk D&D podcasts, that's happening. We're going to do a Q&A, but it's also the week of Ash and my birthday.
That's right.
So
Come out and celebrate.
it's gonna be good times.
Bring us tribute.
You can. They have a Facebook page, Uncanny Expo, that link you to tickets, or you can just go to uncannycomicexpo.com, and you can get tickets there as well.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please join us on August 28th. It's going to be a blast. We do want to thank our patrons who are going to be able to listen to the rest of this.
As always, we want to extend our heartfelt thanks and undying appreciation. All of your love and affection will eventually one day turn us all into liches. So we would like to thank Nightmare.
Yay!
Don't make a noise.
They're not noisemakers.
Visuals.
Wow.
Visual thing.
They don't whistle.
Carrie-
We have party
Carrie has
whistles that
these-
don't whistle.
Carrie has these celebrate things, things you blow and like the little thing goes out. I was still expecting to make noise. And
Listen,
they
these
was like,
were the Dollar Tree version. I had low hopes.
We were expecting kazoos.
I was expecting kazoo sounds to
we got
celebrate.
nothing.
There's your kazoo sound.
Do you get outtakes on the brown table? I don't know.
All right. Back to ones.
Back to lunch. There we go. We'll have to do it our
Nightmare.
whole fashion way.
Yay, Nightmare!
Derek Rusnick.
Yay!
Germbot.
Come
Tim.
Yay!
Carla Stevenson.
Carlo!
Kimberly Cross.
Yay!
Sheila Griffin.
Yay!
New Mexico.
Woohoo!
Tina McBride.
Yay!
David Adams.
Woohoo!
Tim A.
Yay!
The other Tim!
Strix.
Strix!
John DeFacile.
Yay!
Courtney.
Yay!
And Nicholas Rodriguez.
Bingo!
Yeah, these people are going to be able to listen to the rest of this. In the meantime, Pete, please keep listening. We are still only about 4 away from that drawing, so please, if you want to join right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd, head over there, become a patron at any level, and become a part of all the great things that are going on right now at Red Dirt D&D. In the meantime, we'll see you on the flip side.
Woohoo!